Hey Fab Dolls, it's Ken here. Thank you for clicking the link. So as you tell by the title below, this is a very natural foundation look I decided to put together for you guys. I've actually filmed this about 4 times and I'm actually satisfied with today's look. So that's it. Also, I'm doing a review on this Becca foundation and I suggested to go along with this look. If you want something very natural, you don't want something that's matte, but you don't want something that's too dewy, and this is the perfect thing, and it works well with oily skin if you do the right things. So yeah guys, but before we get into this video, if you are new here, make sure you click that subscribe button, become a Fab Doll, and if you are an old subscriber, thank you for coming back and continue to watch my videos, and thank you so much for the love and support. Also, if no one has told you today, you are beautiful and you're so fabulous. So let's get into this video. I'm not filmed a video of me talking in a minute, so with makeup in a minute. So yeah, as I said before, it's a very natural look, not too much, just something if you want to look very fresh and glowy and, you know, skin like, and not something that people can like walk around and be like, oh, nice makeup, you know. You need to start with a good base, and I'm just gonna use this NYX primer. I just put this where I have my most pores and where I'm most oily, I would say. So wherever I'm the most oiliest, even if that's a sentence, well, where the most oil tends to accumulate, that's why I really like to push this primer in and really just soak it into my skin. Lord, I sound like fucking Squidward, but that's just me. So I concentrate right here, and I used to set this, but I stopped because it's starting to get a little cold and my skin is not really appreciating it, and it just needs to be hydrated and moisturized. And also, before you put anything on, I highly suggest you moisturize. So some lotion, you know, whatever you use to moisturize your face. It helps so much. Even if you don't have primer, moisturize. And you can see I'm using a lot of this, okay, because I really want to have that no pore look, and this stuff really works, and it smooths out my skin so much, and it just helps my foundation glide on. And today I'm trying this new foundation that I got recently. I'm going to do a tiny review, as you can see in the title, a small review on this foundation and my thoughts about it once I get to the foundation part. But as of now, this is just the base. So, well, the prep, I would say. So, I'm going to just brush that through my eyebrows, nothing too crazy. You can definitely buy something like this, or you can just buy a brown mascara. Maybelline does sell something similar to this. This is just mascara, if I did not already mention that. I got this, like, I don't know, like, I didn't get this. Taylor gave it to me. I've been using it ever since. Okay guys, so I decided to switch over to voiceover. So anyways, I'm using my Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade that's closest to my skin tone. I'm just going to sculpt out my brows with this. That's where I walked in the room. But I'm just sculpting out my brows and just really, like, I guess, like, defining them, you could say. And not really doing too much, but just enough so, you know, you can tell I have a sculpted brow and not just a fluffy, bushy brow, I would guess. I just want to look really trimmed up and just very clean and neat. So what am I doing next? Oh, well, that's the end product. So now this is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. You can see it's very liquidy. So I'm just going to take it in the back of my hand and warm it up. I learned this from an actual Fenty men's makeup video. and it helps, you know, like kind of sheer out the foundation a little bit. It warms it up just a tad. So I'm just gonna apply to the majority of my face, but not all of my face, and just trying to really focus on areas where I like a lot of coverage, and you know, why I just want to be more covered, I guess, if that makes sense. I know I'm not making sense, but you'll understand very soon. So I use my e.l.f. buffing brush to really get it in there, and I use that same Makeup Revolution concealer, and I chose to use a color that's very close to my skin tone, nothing too light where you can tell, but something that, you know, just brightens me up just a little bit, but not too much. It really gives that natural effect instead of exaggerating my under eye. It really just, you know, appears more natural. So I'm going with a dewy foundation to contour with, and it's a Maybelline one, as you've seen. I'm just gonna, of course, sculpt out my face, and that's pretty much it. I decided to use a dewy foundation because, once again, it's very skin-like and it's very dewy. And I'm just blending all of that in together, and I like doing this step together to highlight and contour together because it kind of just marinates everything in there, and it just makes a big difference to me personally. So I'm going in with this Maybelline loose powder. This powder is okay. I'm not a big fan of it, but I mean, it gets the job done. So I'm just going under my under eye, where I tend to crease at a lot, and just really pushing it into my skin, and not so much to just sit it on top. So when I sit it on top, it looks cakey and starts to flake, and I don't really like that. And I'm just going over my contour with the Kat Von D palette, because once again, it's an oily foundation and I can get oily, so to combat that, I set it with powder. And this is the Becca Skin Finish. I'm just applying it to my high points, and I also applied this underneath my foundation as well. I didn't have that part in there, but yes, that's what I do. And I'm just gonna set my face, and I mean spray my face. I'm spraying my face as if I'm in a shower, you know. Girl, just spray, girl, you know, you gotta spray it up, okay? Now this is the finished look, guys. Thank you so much. But on to the review of this video for the second portion. Like I said, this is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. So I'm gonna start out with packaging. The packaging is very nice. I really like it. It's very sleek, very I want to say modern, and you know, just something on the go. I can really see myself, you know, just throwing this in my bag and going. As far as coverage, I would say it is not very sheer. I want to give it a medium coverage. It does cover some of my blemishes, and it's very buildable. However, I did notice if you use a beauty blender, it'll be more sheer than what it is, but I use a buffing brush, so it gives the most coverage that it's capable of giving. So that's why I would say it's a medium coverage if you're using a buffing brush. If you are using a beauty blender, then you'll not get the coverage that you'll get when you use a buffing brush. It's very natural. I really like the glowiness of it. It doesn't give me too much like glittery, like a glittery kind of finish I have seen in some foundations. Say Revlon. It's a Revlon foundation. I cannot remember which one. Maybe the Color Stay or whatever one, but it's a Revlon foundation, and it did have glitter pigment in it, and I did not like that at all. But this, I love this. However, I would say I hate this pump system. So Becca, please, something a little better. However, I would say I'm kind of running a little low. I did get this, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I still have some in here. However, I wish I had more of it actually. A con that I do not like about this foundation is, well, it's just really a me thing. I did notice, as usual, my small lines, but other than that, Yeah, I have to say my only con is the pump. It's the only thing that I do not personally like about it. Other than that, the foundation is very nice. So if you are a boy who's just starting wearing makeup, I would highly suggest this. Actually, I got this from Marshall's. It was $15 compared to retail price, which I'm not sure. But I wasn't actually looking to find this foundation here, but I got it, and I actually do like it. I do not wear it as much because I really like to wear this during the summertime. I will be buying another one of these. I really would suggest this for the summertime. You know, it's just something you can just easily put on, just, you know, on the go type of thing. And if you want just a little coverage, you know, more than a BB cream, but you know, something very glowy. However, if you do have oily skin, I highly suggest you, like I did for me, what I do, which I did not show in the video, but like you see in the video, I put powder in my T-zone and where I get really oily here. And after I powdered it, you guys seen it was a very matte finish. I did not want a matte finish. I still have a little bit of matteness up here, which I actually like just a little bit. But I went in with just a small amount of this and just went over top of it to, you know, give me back to doing this I want after the setting spray. So that's what I do. Until the next video, always stay fab.